what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again, with another video of interest to me. Not sure how many other people will find it interesting, but for me, this is a very interesting video because if you check the notifications, you see this is my profile, this is the notifications, and if you look 9 minutes ago, it says that a recommended video for me was money, women in relationships, do you split the bill? This particular video was made by none other than David Bond. A lot of people have been telling me about this guy, and this will actually be the first time that I get to watch a David Bond video. Now, if you read the comment below that, shout out to my boy HT and his Viking buffet video. I'll check that one out afterwards. But below that, somebody told me stop vlogging about my country, Philippines. If you don't like, stop using the Philippines to make money. We gotta love the hate. Embrace the hate, people. Anyways, he thinks that I'm making money, and he actually thought that I didn't like the Philippines. He didn't actually listen to the live stream, but that's neither here nor there. You can read the comments based off of that video if you care to respond to it. I already told him, why don't you start making your own vlogs and stop crying so that we can both make money. And if he thinks that I'm getting rich off of YouTube, this dude is sadly mistaken. All right. Anywho, is it Jovita? Looks like that's a chick probably. Anywho, she thought that I was talking about hating the Philippines. Anyways, I'm about to check out this David Bond video real quick. And we'll see what's going on with it.
When I'm on a first date with a girl, do I ever split the bill? Or do I always just pay for the bill? Well, what about the second date? What about the third? What happens if there's a girl and you really like her and you really care about her and she asks you for money? Maybe it's something small. Do you say yes? Do you say no? Do you look like a cheap jerk if you say no? Do you look like a loser if you say...
Well, okay, stop. Now I gotta stop it. Hold on. Can I turn this sideways real quick and you guys can see it? I hope you guys can still see this. Okay, back this whole video up real quick. See, I didn't want to stop.
When I'm on a first date with a girl.
But I want to stop right there. Just by this alone, he'll get 1 million views probably on this video alone. And I hate to stop right here, but I'm going to be honest with you. David Bond seems like the type of person that has already cracked the code to YouTube, and I believe he has. He's been on since 2013. I read his bio real quick, so he knows the code. If you put a sexy woman in the thumbnail of your video, automatically you're going to have a bunch of thirsty guys clicking. And what I've noticed about this video and then a lot of his videos in his playlist and stuff like that, he seems to have the exact same weakness as me. And I think if you guys pay attention to the live chats, you'll know exactly what that weakness is. I need not say what it is. If you're that blind, I can't help you. If you got the Stevie Wonder lenses on, man, I am not here to help you. But I think the reason this video was suggested for me about paying, and all of that stuff is I think I made a video on that recently. Can't really remember the title of a lot of my videos, but I do remember covering content like this. My only thing about David Bond right now, I don't know this, maybe you guys know this if you followed him. I think he's more of I think he's, like I said, he's an expat. Some people may consider him a sexpat. I don't know. But to me, it looks like, number one, we have the exact same weakness, but maybe are these really his women? Does he get them by game? Does he get them with money? I don't know. You understand? That's what I need to know. And I'm not going to figure all of that out in a video. I may binge watch maybe one day soon if I have time. But as of now, I'll just leave that one to the comment section to help me figure it out. Let's get back to the video. Let me slide forward a little bit.
Or out of the basket, and I threw it out and I kept walking. She's like, what are you doing? I go, if you want me to buy you something, then you act sweet and you ask. I don't just automatically buy things for you. And she's like, well, what? And we had this huge fight, and I said, listen, if I buy you things, you should appreciate it. You should not expect it.
Okay. I guess I fast forwarded to the right part of the video because he's speaking some real shit right here, guys. And if you guys want to check the video out, again, you already know the name of the video and what the topic is about. He basically told her, he said, motherfucker, you got to earn your way, basically. And I like that. That is the mentality that all of us need to have as men. Women need to earn their way. Again, if you guys want to watch the entire video, please feel free. The video, you guys can type in the video based off of what you saw here. But he seems to really have cracked the code. A lot of his voiceover work, all of the videos that are put in with the voiceover work, beautiful women, you know, with the weakness and the whole nine. So, like I said, his videos are hitting on a lot of key points, and it's something that a lot of us men can fuck with. So let's go ahead and figure out what else my man got to say. And like I said, I don't want to make this a long video. That's why I'm not going to watch the entire video. I'm just going to skim through it. But again, please take time to actually watch the entire video if you choose to do so.
And that's essentially my philosophy on this. You want to have a tone with women that they don't expect you to pay, but they really appreciate it when you do. Now, how do you kind of set this tone? In general, I like to do what's called the 80-20 little test. What that means is you don't pay for 100% of stuff. What you do is you find something very small that she could buy, and you look at her reaction. Here's an example. Let's say you're on a date, and you had a great meal, you had a great laugh, it's awesome. Now, if it's the first date, I'm totally happy to pay for everything. Because, you don't know each other that well, and, you probably invited her on the date, you invited her, so it's like, it's kind of your thing. Now, let's say you've already had sex, and maybe you guys are starting to see each other. What I'll do is I'll have little situations where I'll ask the girl to buy something. So, example number one, let's say we are in a taxi, and let's say that day I bought dinner or bought lunch. I'll ask her to pay for the taxi. Or maybe we are on the way to my house and we go into a 7-Eleven or a convenience store, and I'll ask her.
Okay, I like that. That's something that I think we can always fuck with too. It's kind of like a test. Like I said, you pay for something and then I'll ask her to pay for something else just to get a response. I like that. That's something I could fuck with too. All right, let me fast forward a little bit further. Let me see where we can go from here. Probably
in it on dumb stuff. Okay. So it's like, am I helping you or am I just subsidizing your bad decisions? So now automatically what turned into a good gesture now is me being resentful. And all of a sudden now I have some invested interest in her financial life. Where if I'm dating a girl, all I want to care about is our time together. I just want to make sure that we have a good time, that we can share moments and all that. So let me give you guys a very real example of me saying no, but also saying kind of yes in my own way. So as you guys know, Nikki is a girl that I'm dating that lives here in Thailand. And she really wants to quit her job. She is not a fan of her job. She hates her job. She's on the brink of tears often when she talks about it. It is so unbelievably tempting for me to help her, right? Because the job doesn't pay her that much at all. It's like $600 or $700 a month. And it would be so easy for me just to pay her and be like, listen, now you have free time and now you can work on your YouTube channel and all that. But I don't want to say yes because that is actually risking our relationship altogether. Here's why. Let's say I did start to take care of her, right? Well, now all of a sudden, she financially depends on me. That's a lot of responsibility, first of all. Second, let's say I do something that she doesn't approve of. Well, now she's going to have a higher risk of confronting me. She's like, well, shit, I might confront him about this thing, but what if he breaks up with me? All of a sudden, my income's gone. And now all of a sudden, our ability to communicate honestly is being disrupted by this.
I gotta admit, man, Guy pretty much seems to have his shit in order. Like I said, this is just one video, but he's hitting on all of the key points that I do believe that some of us miss in a lot of our videos. Some of us do miss these key points, but I think we may touch on them, but we may not touch on them as in depth, or maybe we kind of brush over it. So I do appreciate the examples that he's giving in order to help us as men, or to help men in general when it comes to understanding relationships and how to, take care of your girl and stuff. Again, he's absolutely right. I would never in a million years tell my girl, or should I ever recommend any guy tell their girl, yeah, quit your job, I'll take care of you. Because then, again, the honesty that they have with you may break simply because they're scared of losing their financial security that they have in you. And then in things like that, I like that shit. That's shit that we need to hear. So kudos to the homie, man. I think David Bond's hitting on some really key points. I'm not sure if there's much left. I'll just skim through to the end because I'm not trying to cover his whole video. So
they don't want to lose the girl, so they try to like essentially bribe her into staying, like, I'll take care of things and all that. And then of course the girl is going to lose respect for the guy because she's like, geez, like he's always there, like I don't have to worry, I don't have to work for it, right? I don't have to do anything to get the luxury of being taken care of in that area. Anyway, guys, the bottom line is you want your relationships with women to be about each other, about the time you spend together, about the moments you share. And once you start to add large sums of money and loans and all, it just gets messy, it gets complicated, and more importantly, you're actually risking a lot outside of the money. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Again, that's just my 2 cents. Maybe I'm a cheap jerk. Maybe you guys have a different idea, but go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the video. If you want to check it out, it's called Money, Women, and Relationships. Do you split the bill? Think it was a pretty well put together video. I did watch it in its entirety, but I just skipped through to, parts of the video that I think would be a little bit more helpful to a lot of the guys. Again, his name is David Bond. I'm not the first one to talk about this guy. Probably everybody who follows me is probably following him at the moment. Mostly guys are. But yeah, man, that's that dude, and that's his video, man. And like I said, he hit on some key points, things that I think a lot of us can really fuck with. Now, again, I'm not here to sit there and say that I'm 100% on board with everything because I don't know everything, all right? But what I will say is this. The shit that I did hear, it sounded great. It sounded exactly like how I would tell men to do their own thing, especially when it comes to dating with women. Definitely try to go, not 50-50, but, to make her pay for something. Don't just always be the one to crack your wallet. Like you said, first dates, all good. But when you guys are on like maybe your third or fourth or fifth date, when you guys are really starting to take each other serious, maybe you can go ahead and start, making her chip in and do things like that. All right. Just a quick FYI, I did think that this was a great suggested video. I think this was only suggested to me because of a previous video that I did. So, hey, man, that's David Bond, man. You guys check him out. I thought that this was very, very interesting. Again, what I've noticed is he did the voiceover work over video, like a video stream, or like the shit was just looping and whatever it may be. And if you've seen the videos, you know exactly what the key point of a lot of his videos were, especially when it comes to his lady and, things like that. So kudos to the man. He looks like he's living his best life, and can't nobody hate on a man for doing that. That's one thing I can never say. Can't hate on a man for living his best life. Whether you agree or disagree with his lifestyle, that's neither here nor there. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. The good dog is officially out. At least Nicole Pa'alam, which means we are going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.